Okay, so problem 1 asks for a standard balance sheet as of 1/31/12. So the first step would be to go to reports.
Mom, when does it come out?
Shh. We'd go to balance sheet standard. It wants it formatted as of 1/31/2012. We want it without cents and without the dates prepared. So we don't want date prepared, time prepared, or report basis. We also want to make it without cents, so we would check that box. And then it asks to memorize report, so you'd click that, which I already did. Problem 2 asks for another standard balance sheet. Dated 2/29/12. It wants it formatted without cents again. So we go to fonts and numbers, we check without cents. It also does not want the date prepared, time prepared, or the report basis. It also wants to put the percent of a column, so we check that box. And it also wants to memorize, which I already did, but that's how you do that. Number 3 is asking for a transaction list by date. We would go to Account and Taxes, Transaction List by Date. It wants the month of January, so 1/1/12 to 1/31/12. To put in landscape orientation, we go File, Printer Setup, and we make sure landscape is checked. It also does not want the date or time prepared, so we take off the date and time prepared. And then it asks us to memorize, which I already did. That's where you do that. The next step is asking for another transaction list by date. For February, it wants it in landscape orientation. So I go back to the printer setup and make sure landscape is checked. Shh. It asks to take off the date and time prepared, so I uncheck both of those. And then it asks to memorize in a group, which is there once again. The next step is a report of those transactions in January 2012 that affected accounts payable. So we're going to go to Reports, Vendors and Payables, AP Aging Detail. We want to change our date to January 2012 and 30 days, so it would be January. It's asking landscape, so we go to the printer setup, make sure it's at landscape. Okay. It's asking to take out the report basis and date. And asking to memorize once again. Okay, number 6 is asking for a drill down from the accounts payable balance. So we'd go to Reports, Vendors and Payables, AP Aging, it asks for the balance owed $131.12. It says to locate a bill dated 1/26/12, which is right here. To drill down, you double click when the spyglass comes up. This bill is for rent expense. It shows down here. The amount due is $5,600. Okay, the next step is number 7, a report of those transactions recorded in January 2012 that affected accounts receivable. So we're going to go to Reports, Customers and Receivables, AR Aging, and it's asking to format in landscape orientation. So once again, we go to our printer setup and make sure landscape is checked. It's asking to take off the report basis or date and time prepared. So take off the date and time prepared and then memorize it. Okay, number 8 is asking to drill down from the accounts receivable balance due 1/31/12. So we're going to go to Reports, Customers and Receivables, AR Aging Summary, and the date is January. It is asking to find the balance due. Oh wait, should do 1/31/12. You know what, I think I wanted to pull the detail, not the summary, so I'm going to do that again. Reports, Customer and Receivables, AR Aging Detail, not Summary. We want to change the date to 1/31/12. It says locate invoice 563, which is right here. To drill down, double click. Here is the bill. It is asking, the client is Epic, and we were billed for tax consulting and tax services. Okay, the last one, number 9, is asking to drill down from accounts receivable once again. So we're going to go to customer and receivables, aging detail. We'll put in our date from 1/31/12. It's asking for a cash receipt dated 1/27/12. I went to reports, customer and receivables, customer balance detail. It's asking for 1/27/12, which is right here. Double click. The client making the payment is Venturity. The payment is for this invoice. I double clicked on the amount to drill down, which shows that this invoice was for tax services.